guys, my name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please press the like button, please do subscribe. It is Wednesday morning and here in Rochester, outside the trees are swaying in the breeze, so it's not as warm as it has been. There's a nippy chilliness in the air because the wind brings the cool air, doesn't it? Right, Alexa, good morning.
Good morning, and a happy birthday to actor, producer and movie director Clint Eastwood. He was born in 1930 and is still busy making films. If you wish him many happy returns, you might just make his day, so go ahead, punk.
Alexa, how old is Clint Eastwood?
Clint Eastwood is 93 years old.
I remember Clint Eastwood from the Dirty Harry movies. Alexa, when did Clint Eastwood star in Dirty Harry?
From AlternateMotherRankings.com. In 1971, Eastwood played Detective Harry Callahan in the hit Dirty Harry. If you'd like another answer, just say, next.
Next. Next? No, she's not telling me, but I remember Clint Eastwood from Dirty Harry. Alexa, when was the film Any Which Way But Loose
From
on?
inf.org. Every Which Way But Loose is a 1978 comedy starring Clint Eastwood as a truck driver/street brawler who goes on an unexpected cross-country journey with his friends and his pet orangutan while being chased by a biker gang and cops.
I remember.
If you'd like another answer, just say, next.
I remember Every Which Way But Loose. Yes, Clint Eastwood went around with a orangutan. For people that don't know what a orangutan is, Alexa, what is a orangutan? Alexa, exit. Alexa, what is a orangutan?
From militarytoday.com. The T-84 is a Ukrainian main battle tank.
I don't
If
know.
you'd like another answer, just say, next.
No, well, the orangutan is like an ape. It's orange. It's a great big orange like ape. So I remember Clint Eastwood. I grew up with, again, Clint Eastwood because my father used to watch those sort of films. Alexa, what's the time, please?
It's 8:54 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today? Alexa, what is the date today?
It's Wednesday the 31st of May.
Alexa, what is the weather like?
Currently, in Rochester it's 13 degrees Celsius with mostly cloudy skies. Today, you can expect partly sunny weather, with a high of 18 degrees and a low of 9 degrees.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
Smaller babies may be delivered by stork, but the heavier ones need a crane.
Alexa, what is a orangutan?
Orangutans are great apes native to the rainforests of Indonesia and Malaysia. They are now found only in parts of Borneo and Sumatra, but during the Pleistocene they ranged throughout Southeast Asia and South China. Classified in the genus Pongo, orangutans were originally considered to be one species.
Alexa, could you make a noise like a orangutan?
Here's an orangutan gibber. Sorry, I'm having trouble accessing your sound effects skill right now.
Try once more. Alexa, can you make a noise like a orangutan?
Here's an orangutan gibber. Sorry, I'm having trouble accessing your sound effects skill right now.
Right guys, so I'm at home here in Rochester. I went to see my mum yesterday and it was a nice relaxing time. There was no arguments, it was just peace and talking normally and discussing things. My mum gave me some lavender soap. Lavender soap. Lavender scented soap. La Saponaria Firenese. This is made in Tuscany. I think my father, Derek, bought this from Amazon, I'm not sure. It's got a very potent smell. It's lavender. Lavender does smell very strong. So my mum gave me that yesterday, some lavender soap. One thing that I started remembering things as well, when that guy came up to me on the field, he reminded me of my granddad, Frank. And my granddad, Frank, was a member of the Freemasons, because when I went up to my mum's, I told her what had happened to me on the field, and she listened. She didn't say very much to it, but I asked her, did my granddad Frank work for the Masons? And she said yes. He was a member of the Freemasons, Frank was. So there you are, because the guy I met lived next to the Masonic Lodge. I believe things are done for a reason, whether he came to see me genuinely or he was sent to me by somebody, I don't know. But I've got to protect myself, because obviously nobody else cares and nobody else does. So one of the things I'm doing is just trying to give myself self-worth and value. Because if you believe that you're nothing, you believe you're worth nothing, then you're going to get nothing. But if you walk around thinking that you're valuable, you're precious, you're something to be reckoned with, then your confidence will go up. But I have low self-esteem. Princess Diana had low self-esteem, because when the Queen obviously said that Diana and Charles had to divorce, she was really given a low sum of money for an ex-royal in the divorce payment. When you consider that Charles is worth over £300 million and Diana only got 17 million payout, and remember that she was living like as a princess and had fallen right down from grace, if you like, because she'd been told that she was going to lose her HRH and she was no longer a royal. So she was thrown to the lions. But Diana had low self-esteem. She kept needing to phone people to make herself feel okay. She had several mobile phones. She would ring people. She had self-doubt. She had eating disorder. And when people are cruel to you, they bully, it makes you feel even less than you already think you are. Hence, Diana self-harmed. She tried to kill herself 5 times. There you are. A young woman thrust into the royal family, and Charles was already in love with Camilla. He didn't want Diana, he loved Camilla. apparently, because I went into this YouTube channel about this Australian guy who's claiming to be King Charles III's son in Australia, and he was talking to the Archbishop, and the Archbishop said that, you know, Charles and Camilla knew each other as teenagers. So even before Diana came on the scene, they were friends and they were lovers. Diana was used to get an heir to the throne and a spare, and then I believe that's what she was there for, because everybody knew that Charles and Camilla were lovers. They loved each other in the royal household, I mean, not outside, because we only know what we see on the news and the newspapers. We don't know what happens behind royal closed doors, do we? As we found out that Prince Andrew is a naughty boy, more than a naughty boy. So Diana was a scapegoat, basically. Everything was taken out on Diana. I think the royal family were waiting for an excuse to get rid of Diana, and she made the mistake of putting all her feelings into a book, and then that Panorama show with Martin Bashir finished Diana off, didn't it? She was lured into that, and being a honest, open, sensitive woman, she told all her feelings through this Panorama interview with Martin Bashir, and that gave the royal family ample opportunity to get rid of Diana, and that's exactly what happened. I don't think Princess Diana was a whore. I think when you're in a loveless marriage, because obviously King Charles did not love Diana at all, he wouldn't have treated her like that, nor would have Camilla. I don't think she was a whore. What are you supposed to do? Remain in a loveless marriage and watching your husband mess around with another woman? Of course she's going to look for love elsewhere. Anybody would. It would drive other people round the bend. They might lose their temper. They might, you know. So I don't think Diana was a whore. I think she was doing anything else a woman would do in her position. Her husband was cheating. Her husband obviously didn't love her, so she was finding love elsewhere. And it was tearing her apart, because I believe Diana actually loved Charles. She did. She loved him, and that's how she got treated. And that's why a lot of people will not accept Camilla as queen. And the queen did not say that she wanted Camilla to be queen. She said queen consort. So they've disregarded the queen's wishes. I mean, it's outrageous. Since the queen has gone, I don't think the only royals that I would have any faith in, to be honest, is William and Kate. Kate, in her attitude, is more like Diana, right? I don't think we need all the extravagances and the royals showing off what they've got, because at the moment the country is in a dire state. People are hungry, people are poor. The working are losing their homes because their pay is not enough to cover the mortgage, the rent, whatever. But they've made a mistake there, a big mistake, and I can't see any change in the world at the moment. To me, it's got worse. The police don't do their job. I thought that maybe Charles would like come to the forefront and be like Diana and come out and do things, you know, support the homeless, support the mentally ill, go around like the Queen, shaking hands with people, and you know, maybe donating some of their money to people on the streets, people that are in trouble, hospices, homeless, like Diana used to do. You know, you don't get jealous of people. You do something. You know, he'd be more in the newspapers if he put himself out there, not drinking beer with his wife in pubs, not going around showing themselves off, but actually actively doing something to help this country become a nice place. Because at the moment it's hostile. It's hostile outside. It's not nice. People are angry. And they're stealing and they're doing bad things. There is nothing for this country to believe in. We need something to believe in. If the royals actively did something to make us believe that this country is something to be proud of, maybe we would all be smiling and happy, but at the moment, no. Rich people are happy. Celebrities earning loads of money are happy. But Beyonce comes over from America to England and she can afford to give her babies designer clothes. People in this country are starving and on the streets. We don't need that flashed in our face. Rich celebrities coming over to this country singing, and they've got loads and loads of money, and there's people on these streets of Great Britain starving and homeless. And it's all very well looking at a TV set wishing, oh, I wish I had her money. Oh, look at that. And then you go back to your box, your cardboard box. I mean, it might give you a bit of an hour's satisfaction watching somebody in fancy clothes with lots of money, and then you go back to your cardboard box and then you feel worse, don't you? Because that's what happens to me. That's what happens to me. You might get an hour's satisfaction from watching a rich person do a concert, and then you go back to your boring, mundane, poor life. Diana helped people. Whatever anyone says about Diana, she was a whore, she's had all these men, she did something. She was glamorous. She brought a sparkle to the world. She helped the homeless. She sat outside the homeless places and she gave her, she'd sell her clothes for charity. I mean, there's so much greed in this world, it's unbelievable. If I, myself, had money like celebrities and the royals, I would be out there actively helping. I wouldn't be greedy. Oh, I've got to have some more money. I've got to do this. I've got to do another show. Do that. More money. While I watched people starve, I couldn't do that. I couldn't. I'm not saying give all your money away, but I mean, it doesn't take a lot to help somebody. But poor people will help their neighbours. Poor people that haven't got a lot will give a loaf of bread to a neighbour that hasn't got any. And that's the way it's been for a very long time. Because greed breeds greed. More money. Taking it all. Right, I'm going to get on with the rest of my day. I haven't heard from my mum this morning. My mum says she's getting up later. I don't blame her at all. Whatever anyone brings to me to distract me from what's going on in the real world is not working at all. It's not working. I see through the rose-tinted glasses when I've got them on, when I think everything looks perfect and something horrible looks nice. You take those rose-tinted glasses off and you see the world for what it really is. And sending men to me to distract me from what's going on is not going to work. I'm going to keep chipping away until I find the truth, I get justice and I get compensation. See you later.